spaces because it's a longboard and it's meant for working with pastries, doughs, things like that, and flour, and it's all these wonderful. And this is mine given to me by Daniel, my friend Daniel. Yeah, so all these things I'm going to leave behind, that's mine. All the pictures are mine. Yeah, I'm the one that does pictures. Jeff never does. He never got into that. So mirror's mine. That's
I don't know.
place because the other I'm murdered. And there's twins on twins. I know the whole story. We went through this before.
Yes, we have.
So anyways,
You want to go?
they pull up and they're having an interview, and I'm walking around the whole corner of the house, all the way to the alley, back side of the alley, come back, and I'm cleaning up and I'm throwing trash away, and they're still interviewing. So they have it's a good hour-long interview
Just come by and chat sometime.
in the parking lot with Mama.
Okay, I don't know what this guy's problem.
And so I come back and I finally get all the glass swept up. See me sweeping the glass the whole time they're interviewing. I'm sweeping glass. Finally get it in a pile, and I'm working on it, and I see they're leaving. So I go over and I said, "Excuse me." First, another neighbor comes down the street, comes from out, and she comes by me, and I go, "Do you think that's their social worker, or do you think that's their probation officer?" And she looked at me and she goes, "You know, I don't know, but these people are the worst." And it's like, they are the worst because they scare people. So I see them leaving, and so I said, "Excuse me, can I ask you a question?" And they go, "No, we're busy, we're leaving." And I said, "Well, I just need to ask you if you're the probation officer
I'm not bothering you.
or if you're just a social worker for the children, because if you are for the children, I got to tell you that this ridiculousness," and I went off. And she comes out of I guess she heard me. She comes over from her side of the building, and she says to me, yelling at me, to mind my own fucking business. And I said, "No, bitch, it ain't gonna work that way. You torture people, you trash this place, you're not even here 2 days and already the parking lot's filled with trash. You have poured oil on my trees, you have stripped cars in the parking lot, you have repainted vehicles in the parking lot, you use the alley like your own personal to and fro with all your memorabilia and all your gang signs, and suddenly this man comes out. I've never seen him before. And he's white. He's a big, fat white man. And he comes out and he starts yelling at me, telling me that I need to get the fuck out of there, that I don't belong here. And I said, "You're not even on the lease. Who are you? You're not even a baby daddy. You just visiting? What are you? Where did there was wide open, and I'm listening to your ass at night." And I just started off. And I said, and then he started calling me white, "You white piece of shit white man. You white nigger." Like you ain't white. Like you ain't a white Mexican. I was like, oh my God, it has nothing to do with color, you stupid ass. And I just went off. So then they're threatening me, and I said, "Shut up." And they said, "You need to call the cops." I said, "No, you need to call the cops." And they did. They called the cops on me. They did. They called the cops on me. So, anyways, sorry, I have to turn this stove on. And I need to get the chicken out. So anyways, they called the cops. So here I am. I pull out the lawnmower and I start mowing the lawn. So here comes the cops, 3 cops, 2 cop cars, 3 cops. They go over to their door. So I mow and I'm halfway through.
I am an alcoholic. Yeah. Yep. Not a drunk. There's a difference. A big difference. I am unschooled. I'm ignorant on English. Only thing I learned, refer is a verb that directs you to the source of information. Okay. You referred me to you, I tried you out, and you bashed me. You came to my channel. You looked upon my child. You got her numbers. And then came after me saying that I was begging you for a numerology. That's not true, okay? It's not true. sorry you think it is. I don't know what else to do. You can't harm me with, saying I'm an alcoholic or whatever. I'm not a drunk, I do not do punctuation very well. I know that. It doesn't really help me either. It does look better. It does make it look better, but it doesn't really help me. So yeah, if you want to go back to the old days, your computer, you'd have to go all the way across that fucking computer screen just so you can see what it says, right? It'd be one big long sentence, not going down. Now, if that was the way it was, then maybe my stuff would be readable. All the way across. Yeah. Instead of and yeah, I am a little crazy. Crazy enough to be used by God. The good God. You know that God. Oh, I love him so much and he loves me and we know our worth. And we know your worth. We don't know who you are. Shit, you could be that Ron Haskell that murdered 4 people. I didn't say you were dead, by the way. I said you were awaiting death on death row. Yeah. Sound familiar? Yeah. That sentence. Everything you say relates to it. You even call out Stephen. It's Stephen's Day. That's one of the people you killed, right? Oh wait, no, you're talking about the Bible, right? Stephen, or Stephen, whatever. Oh, and whenever you say Jonathan Kleck, I think you're talking about the actual Jonathan in the Bible, but you're not. You're just fixated on Jonathan Kleck, and that's just obvious. And you try, when the cat's away, Mr. Noah, the mice play. That's all. You have all the time in the world. It's gonna fall all on you. Stop now. God bless you, princess. Thank you for what you do. It's a learning me. I sure need some learning. I really do.
And they start walking down the parking lot to come towards my driveway. So I turned the lawnmower.
Okay. I think maybe I should go back to this one.
Yeah.
And did you hear what he says?
I don't want to live with the kind of regret because I didn't take it display.
He's fucking rude, and he's just bashing, and he's just rude. It's like
punctuation, English, whatever you call it. Do that, do.
Just makes fun of people.
And accusing me of
lying.
Using someone.
Just lying. Lying about
Or what did she say? I act like I'm hurt, like I'm abused, to hurt people.
No.
I think that's how she put it. So I'm acting out that I'm the victim so I can hurt others.
No, I said, you seem like you're really hurt. It's natural for me to care and be concerned about people who seem like they're hurting and they need help, which you cry out all the time, constantly. And you tell me that you're the devil and you expect people to what? Do something already, dude.
Yeah, so I'm going to attack them. And then she referred me to a reader, Opal Tarot, which I like Opal. I haven't listened to her in a while. And it was a really good reading for Scorpio. I don't understand why she wanted me to look at it. But, and it did pertain to what I'm looking at.
It is.
But it's not explaining what's going on.
It is actually, learned in English, okay? If I was drunk, it would just make no sense, okay? It's just one big long sentence. I'm sorry. Put your own punctuation in if you need it. Shit, we have to put up with your fucking crap. Why can't you put up with ours? You want a fucking friend? Well, then be nice. Like you tell Anna, you tell her to fucking do children's books, but then you say, are your videos restricted? It's like you're just contradicting yourself all the time, Ron, and it's just ridiculous. I'm just trying to understand, why are you even on here? And if you're here to fucking devour, like the lion you are, with the courage, right? If courage brings you the chance to devour those who are good, well, fuck, who wants courage, right?
With this woman. So finally Jeffrey opened the door for me. He does this for me. Ron, you're talking about a drinker.
He's obviously not fighting with him too bad because he's
an alcoholic. Oh, God. And I forget, because Kelsey did this to me too. In the beginning, Kelsey would write and the craziest messages. And I couldn't make heads or tails of it. And I'd argue with her. And then I think I'd get through to her, and then I'd go to bed. And the next morning, she'd be like, telling, and I go, why did you? And then she'd totally forget what we were talking about. And then she'd go off on these perfect punctuation.
I don't have perfect punctuation.
She could write sentence in paragraph form, and everything's just perfect. And then all of a sudden, these messages come at me.
That's the difference.
In accusatory, denial, angry fashion of whatever, in broken English, broken format, broken thoughts, broken jaggedness and hatred, and not in complete sentence form. Confusing. Alcoholism. They're writing me while they're drunk. Reading drunk.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's what it looks like. Reading drunk.
Right in the comment.
That. It's like, see, what are these people doing? They're crazy. They're crazy. Don't watch me if I'm affecting you that much.
I'm not affecting me.
Don't watch me. Because what I'm reading is the crazy woman.
Not for you.
But it's not a crazy woman. It's a drunk. There's a difference. Crazy is not drunk. Drunk is not crazy, but it may seem that way. It just seems that way. Eventually, the drunk wears off. The crazy goes away. But with the crazy don't go away.
Nope, I don't.
Okay? And it seems crazy.
So?
I get it. I'm sorry.
I'm trying to go away, but
ill-equipped for drunks.
And rudely.
I'm not equipped for the anon. And the Anson with the S sideways looks like anon.
Okay.
So anon means without or against that which is, I guess, upon you. The anonymous, but the anon being that of alcoholism. You weren't an alcoholic, but you're quitting. So you're a non. Yeah. You're not an AA, you're a non. See? Okay. You got it, right? Now, I went to an anon meeting. I quit drinking, went to an anon meeting, so I could brag with people who are quit drinking, that are trying to stop, without being an alcoholic, because I'm not an alcoholic. And they were all crazy. No, I couldn't even talk because you don't do that. So I said, no, this is not my style of therapy. This man locked his cat in the closet and forgot about it for 3-4 days, and then opened the closet.
You had a dream about freaking
no, that's no. Sent him to Pet Anonymous or something where they stop hurting. So no, but Anson has the anon in it with the S on the sideways. On the book, Amityville, it looks like anon instead of Anson, J anon.
I see you don't talk about what
but we'll discover that too. Because I don't like alcohol. It makes me sick. I get dizzy enough as it is. I don't need alcohol to be dizzy. I can do that on my own.
But he's screaming.
And by the end of the day, I am dizzy.
Robbie Anson, go get your goddamn videos.
No, I need to stop smoking pot. I have quit cigarettes. I need a big bottle of aspirin. I'll take some ointment, like antibiotic ointment. Band-Aids. I'll have Band-Aids. Because I need that. And maybe an Ace wrap.
I can't understand it.
And put that in a bag.
I'll pick it apart.
And
I do. At least I'll try.
I'm thinking of that horse blanket.
Not in a bad way.
The Apache blanket that's on the couch. I should take that with me. Because all the rest of the blankets are too old and they're not thick enough for what I'm going to face if I should face it. And that's thicker. tool. And so take that with me. And even if I'm staying somewhere, it makes for a nice throw, as it does laying down.
Like this.
If I'm on a hard surface, folding it in half. Yeah, so it's a nice Indian blanket.
Told me.
And
I didn't give you my
that's
freaking daughter's number,
so I'll
so
take that.
You did them though.
The measurement of.
I have fucking proof.
And yeah, hopefully the house from 666.
Yes. The comment. You said we did your numbers and I did your child's. So fuck off with your fucking lies, dude. Okay? I'll put it up there if I need to. I'm a recorder. Yeah, you talked about it one time. There's recording everything because people like you need to get the fuck out. Go. Or be real. Do you understand? I hope people understand because, yeah, this stuff it's like him talking about his neighbors and stuff. I understand him completely. I have no problem with him whatsoever, but him talking this shit makes him fucking evil as fuck. Yeah. So, yeah. My job is to stir it and stir it and stir it and stir it and poke and poke and poke and poke and caretake and caregive. Right? Okay, well, I'm doing it. I'm doing my fucking job. What is your job? What is your job? Take care of Noah. Jeff gets scot-free.
J. Anson will appear on its own, and it'll have a for rent sign. And I'll talk to the person, and maybe they'll let me do work in exchange. Well, God forbid this thing over there, because this is harmful.
Yeah,
and that's harmful. And that's harmful. And this is harmful. And it's just too harmful for me.
Just me.
I'll die here. The pressure, the feeling, the gut, the whole thing. I want this to cleanse. I want this to wash. This is the baptism.
He has a grave in his yard already.
The baptism of the filth that has come upon
me. Job to do.
The stain that is all over me. Yeah. That it should be by fire, of course. Ignatius.
Hey, I jump in lakes too, by the way. Yeah. All the time.
I would hope. I would hope someone knows these things. And I'm going to bring my little book. I'll bring my little book and my birth record.
Book. Is that the
my ID. I'll have that put away in plastic so that it doesn't get wet. And I'll have to have a knife.
I really do.
Yeah, small knife, but not something that's illegal.
I love God.
Something that can cut and something that can be worked and something that can defend me. If that were the case.
I don't understand.
And I would like to have my walking stick.
He talks the talk.
But if I've got the bicycle, then what good is a walking stick? So that depends on the bicycle.
You can just talk out your fucking neck.
We'll talk about that. Because it's never been used since the last third-party member. Third-party member, Gemini. It didn't work out.
I married one. Actually, it was a total.
Impressed. And then the impression wasn't to impress anymore, and the bike's been sitting there ever since.
By the way, I was asking Anna about Kurt Richards.
It's got its own curse to it, doesn't it?
Never heard of him before. Popped up
Beautiful bike.
and told me about it.
So I'm not prepared for winter.
No,
you saw the kind of winters I have here. They're so mild, so toasty.
So weird.
And I'm not used to winter.
I don't know.
I don't know what that is. I don't know what it is to see snow so packed up and for so long that it would drive you crazy, and I don't know how to behave in it.
Not a drunk. It's medication.
For a long time.
Daily thing, if anything.
When you're younger, you don't think
if
about
I do get drunk,
no, and the responsibilities that come behind something like that.
Crap, then maybe I could fucking.
It just drives me nuts. But I'm hoping that the weather goes with me. Because, that's an experiment of mine. I've talked about that. But it seems like for many, many years that no matter where I went, that a hole would open up
so just leave it at peace.
Above me, and it won't rain.
Green sage?
It just won't rain.
Truth with the fucking spirit.
Rains around me.
Hope you do.
It won't rain on me. So I end up watering, and it won't rain. And if I do water everything, it'll rain.
So tired.
So until I water, then it'll rain. But if I don't water, it's not going to rain. It won't rain. Holding back the rains in that time.
I'm just a victim.
Wishful thinking. That the only solution to this problem right here is that an earthquake hit because it's cheap construction.
Yeah.
But so is this. This house would go to. But then that would be the answer for this landlord, that he can get his little RV and ride around the country and do his little thing to escape whatever it is he wants to escape. But he needs to retire first.
Split it in half.
Retire.
the majority will be.
And hold that.
They got to sit down
because
there.
it's his.
They
He
should
worked
go
so hard
off
for
every
it.
so often.
And hold this
time.
house because it's his, so he paid
I know.
for it. And hold everything that's his because it's his.
You want to just call me a
And
fucking drunk?
then when he retires,
whatever, and then
clear
scream
house.
out all these fucking things that contradict what you're doing.
What he wants
I'm
for the
sorry,
future,
I can't let that be. I'm just gonna hopefully get my word out. If not, well then Spirit will take care of it.
103, like, I can't talk for 5 minutes. I can't just 5 minutes.
No,
you can't go to the wall girl and talk for 5 minutes.
Babble in a poetry way, like Chris.
Did we do the numerology? I think we already did it. Yeah, the 919. So it has that meaning that's very similar to this.
It's been
the
coming
rent.
up a lot.
And with the 6 and the man. And I thought that was interesting. Of course, the 17.
What about the
or 19? I'm sorry. The 19 with the 6. Well, that's a 7 because it's the 1 on the 6.
That was my goal.
So yeah, the 1 on the man.
To go into the elementary school.
Internalized memory. The L, as it is L. It should express itself.
Onion in the bathroom.
Okay.
Myself in.
We'll figure this book out. Or the correlation, or the ancient demon that seems to want to rise up, if that's the case.
I didn't get my card.
At the time, that just before the big
I've seen enough of it. I looked upon
New
it
Madrid
like
to
my
get
child.
me
I looked upon
because
it.
I have a feeling that once the landmass is
what
split, once these sort of things happen,
you know, if anything, it would be
such a mass movement
we're all numbered
that
and we're all named.
you have to be where you have
God.
to be. Or
If we're all numbered and named by government, well, they're just copycats.
That's
so what am I afraid of?
Yeah.
Nothing. I'm not afraid of you.
There's not much time
or anyone else, but you're rude.
I feel rushed about it.
Ridiculous.
I feel like it should be there already. Before the 24th of the month, and it's already here, the 19th.
That's by the Spirit, not this place at all.
That ain't. So we'll have to get through the 9 days, 6 years old.
Like you, even though you live in a perfectly good house.
She's still being buried, those poor people.
That's all I know.
See, the gifts that are pouring forth are just unbelievable. They really are. They're getting them too. Yeah, Biden's going to get them. They're all going to get your gifts.
Yeah,
gifts. We're giving them gifts.
Whatever, but,
Scarecrow.
Yeah,
Tin Man.
Cover-uppers.
Yeah.
There's a cover-up.
Cowardly Lion.
Yeah,
thank you. Thank
you.
Think they got my courage. Did I ask for courage? I did. I did ask for courage. Yeah, I did. I got a little courage. I went out there and just put the core of my rage right out there. I did, courage, and the police didn't say anything to me. You know, there's nothing wrong here. You know, don't know what you're talking about. Of course, they could have said that too. No, nothing wrong here. I never said nothing. Don't know. But at least the women who work for the state got to see it and hear it, and they can either write me up and write me up in their file.
Kids and
this
they
is
don't
what's
take the
going
right
on.
ones. See, there you go. Those kids should be taken, not mine.
My gift. It's my gift.
It's your gift for what?
I should talk to management.
Gift them with what?
Okay, God bless.
I'm serious.
Yeah. I'm in the kitchen. I have chicken.
This is so rude.